From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast with Scott Sander.
Welcome to the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast. I'm Scott Sander. On this episode, the expanding role of women in agriculture. What is a business beneficiary? Courtney Kincaid has the answer. And new entrepreneurs get the VIP treatment.
Every business is unique and has a target audience. If you own or manage a business, Circulus Digital Media can help you connect and grow your customer base with turnkey digital solutions that are nimble, offering best-in-class results, service, and support to reach a bigger customer base, allowing you to pinpoint a specific audience down to the smallest details. Get outside the city, the state, span the globe. Put Circulus Digital Media to work for you. Get started now at circulusdigital.com. That's circulusdigital.com.
Welcome back to Business, Equity, and Opportunities. The role of women in professional agriculture has shifted rather rapidly in a generation. Today, many major ag colleges graduate more women than men. Puts women at the forefront of climate sustainability. This week in business, we preview the upcoming Indiana Climate Summit, or In Climate, and discuss the expanding role of women in agriculture.
This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities. This week in business.
Sarah Beth Aubrey is the CEO of In Climate.
In Climate is a newer organization. We're just 2 years old, and we are really focused on building a productive and practical dialogue around the climate conversation for the agriculture and energy supply chain. So, and one of our special initiatives, again, we're really in the agriculture and energy space, but because women play a critical and emerging and growing role in these industries, we also have developed a Women in Sustainability initiative. And that's something that we're growing, and it's a new focus for us, and we're really looking to bring in women who especially want to work in all aspects of sustainability. In agriculture, that could be conservation work. In the professional segment of the world, it could also be in sustainability or environmental work and other areas. So incredibly, agriculture is ripe with opportunities for women in this profession. Today, we graduate more women with agriculture degrees across the degree segments than men. So the opportunities to have a career in agriculture, whether you want to do it in the sciences, in communications, in leadership, or even in politics, are endless. So networking is a critical part of the climate dialogue. I mean, we know that developing your partners and partnerships is how you get work done and how you advance in the space. So networking is one of our most important functions. And we have two events coming up just this next week. The first is Monday the 26th, and it will be the Women in Sustainability Dinner. We still have tickets for that, so all women that are interested or engaged in sustainability, even if they're not in agriculture and energy, we invite them to join us for dinner. That's at Prime 47. And we also have the full-day Ag as the Solution Summit, and it's June 27th at Hendricks County. Well, the concerns are broad, they're global, and, sometimes they seem endless. And what our group is focused on doing is really paring that down, really making sense out of that and helping our organizations decide what is the best for them. What's the best way they want to pursue it? I mean, you can look at sustainability with concerns such as environmental sustainability. How do you protect your land and your resources, which agriculture is very used to doing and very good at doing. You could also look at sustainability from an economic viability standpoint, and how do you preserve your business for the next generation, which is another one of our primary concerns in agriculture. We're legacy businesses. We operate with families that we want to sustain for many years. So those two things are top of mind for us all the time. So today we're standing here at Corteva, and Corteva is a global company that we're proud to have based here in Indiana. They support this initiative by being one of our members. So In Climate is a membership-based organization, and we have members that are both large and small companies based in Indiana with operations throughout the state and frankly the world. So we're happy to have companies like them as part of our network. So this year's summit, we're really focused around 6 different pillars in the large climate conversation. We have a session focused on each one. We talk about things like sustainability, we talk about conservation agriculture, we talk about advanced renewable fuels and others. What we are really designed to do is educate. Our entire purpose is really bringing people together, build a network that helps them make big and right decisions for their organizations, and we want to provide a forum to do that. Those that are interested in this can help certainly by getting involved, and also follow us on social. We have a really open dialogue in places like that that's not just for our members, it's for everyone. So engage with us, comment back. We have surveys and things that we put out, and we'd love to hear from consumers as well as everyone in the audience on how they feel about the topic. I grew up on a grain and livestock farm. My family has farmed for many generations, just like I just talked about. Agriculture is part of my identity and part of the identity of many of us that care about this industry. And it's one of the only industries in the world that touches everyone. So food security and agriculture is also a national security issue. And it's essential that we do what we can to promote it. And environmental sustainability and being part of the climate dialogue are just natural fits for us. And we really want to be a part of that. We're just really happy to be here today. Again, thanks to Corteva and our other members. And we'll see you at the summit.
A business beneficiary is somebody who stands to gain when your business does well. In today's accounting and bookkeeping, key questions to consider: who can be one and how you designate them. Courtney Kincaid knows as the president and CEO of the Indiana CPA Society.
This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities, Accounting and Bookkeeping.
There are some new requirements relating to beneficial owner information that are coming out and starting to be required very soon with some stiff penalties. As part of the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, there are reporting entities that will need to report who their beneficial owners are in an effort to curb money laundering. These requirements are pretty simple. However, they're going to affect a lot of businesses and entities. And so who needs to file these is really important. By and large, there are pretty broad implications on who will need to file this information. There are 23 exceptions, and some of those are if you're already filing certain information, if you're a publicly traded company, for instance, but also if you meet certain requirements. You're a large employer, so you have over 20 employees. You also have over $5 million in revenue. And you are located here in the United States. So those are some of the two larger exceptions. You can find a long list of the other exceptions online. So this requirement is going to ask that the actual entity file a report. And on that report will be listed all of their beneficial owners. What is a beneficial owner? A beneficial owner is an individual. And so that individual that owns more than 25% in a entity or company, and whether that is a direct ownership, say you own the company, or indirectly through maybe a broker or a bank. The entity itself would identify all of those beneficial owners. So this new requirement is kind of gone under the radar, but is really important for people to know about because it's coming quickly and there are stiff penalties if you do not comply. So looking at the when things will be due. If you already exist, you're already a company or a legal entity, you will be required to file no later than January 1st, 2025. So the next year will be very busy in getting these ready and getting filed. A CPA can help you with filing these, making sure that you're meeting all of the various requirements that the form lays out. For some organizations that might be sole owners, this is still a requirement, but you as the entity would then also name yourself as the sole owner and the beneficiary. New entities that are created after December 31st, 2023 are required to file this information within 30 days. So that's quick. And when you think about starting your business or company, it's going to be really important that you think about this requirement as kind of that starting paperwork. The penalties, if you don't file on time, civil penalties can be up to $500 per day for noncompliance. And then criminal penalties might include a $10,000 fine and up to 2 years in jail. Again, CPAs are up to speed on these requirements. They are ready to help their clients make sure they meet these deadlines and file the proper information, which can sometimes be a little bit confusing.
The VIP Center for Business Women is the first co-working, meeting, events, and Airbnb space entirely for women. The center works to help businesses grow and flourish through coaching, memberships, and mentoring. The mission started with a vision and prayer.
This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities Success Story.
So the VIP Center for Business Women is a place where corporate and entrepreneurial women can come to build community, to build their faith, and to grow their businesses in the business world. So we work with women from all walks of life through membership, but we have a very unique environment here because we don't just have memberships, but we have Airbnb for female guests. We get a lot of traveling nurses who come and stay with us. We also do public events for business women, and we also book our space privately to help support our mission around women. I was in corporate for many years, and I started a coaching and consulting firm after that corporate career. And I was working from home, just doing really well in the consulting space. And I'm a faith-based woman, and so one day I was at my house and I just heard this small voice that said, "I have a building for you." And my immediate reaction to that was, I don't want a building. I don't want the overhead. So it took me a little while for that to grow on me, and then I eventually started looking for a building, not really sure what it was going to be all about. And we came to this building. This building was not even for sale, but it was arranged through my real estate agent. She knew about this house. And I walked in here to this place. It was in shambles. It's a 1903 mini mansion and had never been fully renovated. And the moment that I walked in here, I knew exactly what it was going to be. And it's what it is today and even more. So it's a really beautiful story of everything. My husband and I took 9 months to renovate it. We survived that together. And we opened up August 23rd, 2019. We have a wide variety of women who come through. We have a lot of corporate women who want to make the leap into entrepreneurship. And so we actually help them to do that at a very practical level. We do a lot of done-for-you services with them, but we also coach them and help them to get their start in business. We have women who they've been in business, they aren't flourishing, and so they come to us for help, and we help them to really look at their business model and do what it takes to make them both purposeful and profitable. One of my favorite people is Marty Justice. She is a wardrobe expert, and she came to us having no clue how to run a business. She just knew that she was an expert at helping detox closets, so we helped her revamp her whole business, and now she is rocking and rolling. She's got clients, and she's doing great at her business. So we do work with a lot of women who are in the workplace. They don't have their own business, but their heart is set on being in those corporate environments. And we see a lot of mindset challenges with them. They're struggling with confidence, a lot of insecurity. They're not sure what their next move is. And we, as part of our community, we have coaching programs to help them to reinvent themselves, whether they're going to go into business for themselves or they're going to continue on in their corporate career. So we see women really being more intentional and thoughtful about what their next move is. And some women are just deciding not to go back into the workforce. Some are choosing to retire, to take a break, and really dig deep in what they want to do with their lives. I think a lot of people look at small business as, honestly, they look at it as a losing battle, but that's not what we're finding. We have a special niche of women that they're really dead set on bringing their talents to the marketplace, and we're helping them to do that. Everybody who comes through here, I think it has a lot to do with just getting the training that they need and the understanding. Women, they're not born knowing how to make their website. They have no idea how to create a marketing funnel. And those are some very simple methods that we can teach them so that they can be successful in their business. And women are doing that. It's just a matter of them really wanting to do that. And we spend a lot of time building them up and building up their confidence. Yeah, when I was in corporate, the common theme was, well, you can only be good at one thing. And that's absolutely not true. I mean, I was in corporate, an artist. I love to do a lot of things. And I think that the climate now is so ripe for that, for women to do multiple things and be successful at those. And they all, they all align and click together. This place has art. This is really my stress management. This is everything that you see on the walls here. I can look at each piece of art and know it was stress management for me. And women, they need that outlet. There's a lot of women out there that have a side gig, even though they're working full time, and it's fun and it's a release for them, especially with the stress post-COVID. All of the stress that's brought. So when we talk about VIP, it means visions in progress. All women are visions in progress. The truth is that the world has, up to this point, put a limit on them, but there's no limit. And so I've seen some women come out of their shell and do things that they never thought that they could do because they finally understood a vision about their work and their meaning in life. What I love is when women come together in community and they just feel that safe place. And the VIP Center is a safe place. We have women coming from all over the country to stay at our Airbnb rooms, and they feel like this is a safe home away from home. And I love taking care of them. I love the hospitality of that. We have women who come to our monthly networking circles, and to see them connect and be excited because they've connected with someone that believes in their vision, that's what I love, and I'm going to keep doing that probably till the day I die.
Our thanks again to all the contributors who joined us for this episode of the Business Equity and Opportunities podcast. We hope you found it enlightening, useful, and inspiring. You'll find more information about the show on our website, beoshow.com. You can watch Business Equity and Opportunities Sunday mornings at 10 on Wish TV or live stream it through wishtv.com. Each week we provide 7 full segments with topics ranging from how to get started and how to access capital to the day-to-day running of your business and questions about accounting and bookkeeping. We feature business news and trends and always share a success story from one of our contributors. Join us next time for more insights into the world of small business. Be sure to sign up for our Business Equity and Opportunities newsletter to get even more valuable, up-to-date information. And if you have any questions or you'd like to be part of our show, please email us. The address is beo@wishtv.com. We'd love to hear from you. I'm Scott Sander. Thanks for listening.
Watch the Business Equity and Opportunity Show on Wish TV and access all of our content and share it on demand anytime at beoshow.com. You can find more podcasts from Wish TV on the All Indiana Podcast Network at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.